It's a smart move to update firmware on devices whenever a new version comes out. Updates can improve switch performance, enhance existing elements, or even add new features. There are two main ways to perform an update. The first is through the web user interface. The link for that video is listed in the description below. The second is to do the update through the command line interface, CLI, which is the focus today. In this episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll show you how to update the firmware on a Cisco Business Switch using the CLI and Trivial File Transfer Protocol, TFTP. Next. I'll use the program TFTP-D64 to host the files, which makes my PC a TFTP server for this update. My PC is directly connected to the CBS 350 switch. The switch has SSH enabled, so I'll use SSH to access the CBS 350 switch's CLI. To get started, you'll need to set up your TFTP server by selecting the correct current directory and server interface. I'll demonstrate this by selecting the folder that contains my firmware images. I have it under Downloads in this folder. On the server interface, I'll select the interface that has the IP address 192.168.1.100, as the switch's IP is 198.168.1.142. Now that my TFTP server is configured, I can attempt to update the firmware using the command boot system. I'll enter TFTP:/ and put a question mark after the TFTP command for a guide on how to do it. Looking here, it's going to need an IP address, / and the file name. I've set the TFTP server interface as 192.168.1.100, so I'll enter that. Then / and the file name CBS_3.1.1.7.bin and enter. It seems like there is no activity on the TFTP-D64 program. My switch displays a timeout error message. I'll see if the switch can try again. It looks like my switch is unable to communicate with the TFTP server. A message states that the copy operation has failed and the TFTP server is unreachable. I'll try pinging my server interface of 192.168.1.100. Based on the output, the switch is able to communicate with the server interface. This is typical behavior for the Windows firewall, not allowing TFTP traffic. To mitigate this error, I will create a rule to allow TFTP. To do this, I'll open the Windows Defender firewall with Advanced Security on the left pane, select Inbound Rules on the right pane, and select a new rule. A prompt will appear, and I will choose Program and TFTP64. Allow the connection and apply it to all. Contact Windows support if you have any issues with these steps. Here, you can use any name you want, but in this example, I'll use TFTP server. Now that I've put the new rule in, I can attempt the firmware update again. As you can see, there is a progress bar on the TFTP-D64, and it's showing a progress percentage on the CBS 350 switch. The transfer takes a few moments to complete. Once it's loaded, it shows that the copy operation was completed successfully. To check to see if the file is on the switch, the command show version needs to be entered. It states that the 3.1.1.7 firmware will be activated after the reboot. I'll go ahead and reboot the CBS 350 switch using the reload command and enter Y to confirm. Now I'll wait for the switch to come back up. Okay, it's back. I'll check the current firmware version by using the command show version. You can see the active image as 3.1.1.7. Great, I've successfully updated the firmware via TFTP. Follow these steps and you'll be updated too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.